On a hill by the town, near the forest green and brown, is the house of the elf king and queen. And in the garden just behind, the garden is so kind that the flowers grow for him around and everywhere. And daily with his helpers, Silk and Lawn, he works there, protected by the mother-of-pearl walls. And flower stories I will tell to you, flower stories of green and blue for you. Flower stories I will tell to you, flower stories for you.
James was bored. Very, very bored. Everything is so ordinary, he sighed. I wish that, well, if only one marigold was, well, different. And look at me. I'm just an ordinary black and white cat with James for a name. Ugh, it's dull. That's what it is. Very dull. Oops, sorry, James, said Silk. Didn't see you there. You seemed part of the background. Are you saying that you didn't notice me? Yes, that's right, said Silk, walking off without giving it another thought. But James was giving it a great deal more thought. I want to be the only black and white cat in the world. Then people wouldn't trip over me. Oh, no. I'd be famous. People would crowd to see me. They'd ask permission before they spoke. Oh, that would be the life. But what am I? I'm James. A large, plain, black and white cat called James. And I'm very tired of it. In fact, I'm very tired altogether. Oh dear me. Even my yawns are ordinary, and must not panic, said James firmly. But I think, yes, the grass is where the sky should be, and the sky is where the grass should be. And the marigolds are striped, black and white. What has happened to that boring old garden? And what are these? That's very odd, thought James. Why are they laughing at me? I'm nothing special, just a plain cat. They're the odd ones. Ah, here's Silk and Lawn. Or is it? What a strange cat, said the one who should have been Silk. Yes, aren't they? Said James. But he was ignored, as the one who should have been Lawn said. Yes, I've never seen a black and white cat before. Extraordinary. I wonder if it's a joke. Me? Strange? Me? Me a joke? They're the jokes. Look, it's me, James. Your cat. I live here. How amusing and how clever. It can talk, too. Now, come along, said the one who should have been the gardener. We haven't got time to stare at freaks. Let's get on with our work. They called me a freak, James said out loud. Just because I'm black and white. And so you are a freak, said a cat covered with purple stars. And we don't like it, said a green-striped cat. So we're going to wash it off and make you ordinary like us, said a cat covered in half-moons. No, please. No, you must not. Oh, no, please. We don't want any freaks of nature in this garden, said the cat covered in purple stars. I don't know. Perhaps I'm going mad. Once I was the most ordinary cat in the world, and life was very simple. Now I seem to be some kind of a freak. Hello, Elf King. Hello, Elf Queen, said James, pleased to see someone familiar. Something very strange has happened here. Have you noticed? What is it? Asked the Elf Queen. I'm not too sure, said the Elf King. It could be a cat, I suppose. A black and white cat, interrupted the Queen. But I've never heard of one before. Neither have I, said the King. He's probably the only one in the world. I'll tell you what, let's put him in a cage in the house and charge people to see him. Oh, how funny, thought James as he padded off to the palace. They weren't joking. From this moment on, James's life was a nightmare. All day long he sat in the cage and was stared at and poked at and laughed at. It was impossible to eat, sleep or drink in peace. And at night it was even worse. Sometimes, if there was a holiday, he was shown under huge, bright, hot lights. Other times, he was led out and made to perform or to sing. James was a star. He was the most unusual cat in the world, and he hated it. The noise, the lights, and the late nights were all too much for James. He became more and more tired, and more haggard, and soon the only thing he wanted was to be plain James in an ordinary world. He was even prepared to be like the others in that strange world and stop being the only black and white cat. Give me stars and stripes, James shouted. Paint flowers on my forehead, paint petals on my paws. I want to be ordinary. I hate being different. Oh, ordinary. James, wake up, said the marigolds, prodding him with their petals. Just want to be ordinary, mumbled James, still half asleep. You are ordinary, shouted the foxglove. What? What? Who said what? I said you are ordinary. Oh, said James. So I am. Hey, he said to the marigolds. I'm plain and ordinary again. You're so right. said a very bored Marigold. You are a very ordinary black and white cat. That's the nicest thing you could say to me, beamed James. Oops, sorry, James. Didn't see you there, said Silk for the second time that day. That's quite all right, said James. My fault entirely. After all, I'm only an ordinary cat. Thank goodness. Ah, hello, blue sky. Oh, hello, green grass. Ah, hello, plain old marigolds. Yes. Oh, hello, trees. Hello, birds. Hello, butterflies. Hello, everybody. Oh, it's nice to be back. Oh, dear, just to be ordinary and look around and see everything like this, really.
On a hill by the town, near the forest green and brown, is the house of the elf king and queen. And in the garden just behind, the garden is so kind that the flowers grow for him around and everywhere. And daily with his helpers silk and lawn, he works there protected by the mother of pearly walls. Flower stories I will tell to you. Flower stories of green and blue for you. Flower stories I will tell to you. Flower stories for you.